his name is...
It's John Bunday. Hello Internet, it is John Bunday, and yes, it has been a while since I've done a pickups video because I don't pick up that much, so I'd rather just do an episode where I've collected a bunch together. Also, I was hoping to have something delivered by, a homebrew Master System game, but that's not come through for quite a while. Apparently mine is in the next batch, but anyway, I'm not going to keep waiting. So, here are some items that I've picked up. So, let's see. And I'll apologise now in case if I by chance may have shown some of these in my previous video, because it's been so long and I thought I'd put everything away, but who knows. Anyway, so first up, a Google Stadia controller. Why do I have this? So, turns out that it happened back in December, but Google were turning off the ability to... Let me start again. So when the Stadia controllers first came out, you could only hook them up to like Stadia, it was like a proprietary connection method. It wasn't Bluetooth, but the controllers came with Bluetooth. But when Stadia bit the dust, Google released the ability to reconfigure, to patch the controllers so that you could use Bluetooth and just use them as a third-party controller. Because they were selling all their stock off, I saw a message on social media saying that they were you could buy these brand new, very cheap, very, very cheap. You just have to make sure they've been converted to Bluetooth before the cutoff point. I mean, people will be able to hack it, so there'll be some way of doing it, but the official method, you had to do it before then. And a lot of people were saying these already done. So anyway, so let's take a look. I've already used this, and it does work very well. So, because I connected it to my phone just to test the Bluetooth worked. No issue there. And so, and yeah, unused, well, except by me, brand new controller. So yeah, I mean, it feels like got a bit of weight and feels like it has good build quality. And so back before Christmas, some friends came down, and then we had me, my wife, and them two ended up doing 4-player Shredder's Revenge. And this was via my Steam Link. So the way I had it hooked up was via USB 2 360 controllers, via Bluetooth a PS3 controller. Now, sadly by this, even though I couldn't get this to work via Bluetooth off of my Steam Link. So, but when it was plugged in with a USB cable, it would work as a controller. So I was using this via USB as well. And yeah, like a place worked well. So it feels nice as well. You could probably still get a bunch of these off of eBay if you're looking for a cheap Bluetooth controller. So, and like I say, it does feel like it was it was this piece of paper to show how to pair it with with Bluetooth. So I think that must be added in by the seller. But yeah, but they posted it as this box, so I've taken off the label and everything. They didn't package it any other way. It was just stuck a label on. So, but yeah, if you're looking for a cheap third-party controller, I can happily recommend this. So, right, next. So, a bit of a, I say odd one. I say so I've talked in the past about being into Sonic the Comic, and that was technically the same publisher as 2000 AD. People do Judge Dredd and all that. And then I've had previous videos where I've started reading some of the Judge Dredd books. And now I've gone back and I've started reading 2000 AD from the very start, the 1970s. It's taking me a while because I'm not reading them all the time. It tends to be, say, if I've gone to go grab a cup of coffee on my own or something. So I download it onto my phone and read through it. And I've only 8 issues in or something, and this is still very much of a young boys kind of style stories of the time. So, but yeah, but I saw, apologies if there are sounds being picked up from the background, my children are watching TV and I want to get this done. And sometimes one of them can be loud just because he wants to be loud. So I don't know if this is getting picked up or not. But anyway, so sorry, I saw people talk about it on Reddit that they actually made a documentary called Future Shock. So the story of 2000 AD, the galaxy's greatest comic. First published in 1977 at the height of punk era. UK sci-fi comic 2000 AD was violent, anti-authoritarian, darkly funny and distinctly British. With such iconic characters as Strontium Dog, Nemesis and Judge Dredd, it became the anarchic underdog and that forever changed the face of the international comics industry. Offering a comprehensive overview of the comics history, Future Shock takes a funny, moving and passionate look at the various highs and lows of how a band of talented eccentrics came together to create a visionary and extraordinary publication that still remains a game changer more than 40 years later. Featuring interviews with the likes of Pat Mills, ABC Warriors Slain, Dave Gibbons, Watchmen, Neil Gaiman, The Sandman, Carl Urban, Dredd, and Alex Garland, Ex Machina. Future Shock is the definitive story of the most successful comic of the galaxy, now loaded with over 5 hours of previously unseen extras. So then it lists all the extras. This came out in Blu-ray, DVD and Blu-ray. This is the Blu-ray because I read that they had, as part of the extras, like longer interviews. So I'm guessing they, recorded it like a big chunk of interview with each person, but they had to cut it down for the main documentary itself. Whereas this, you get, I don't know if it's the uncut or just a lot longer. So I wanted the Blu-ray to get those longer interviews. Even though it might be a while before I watch this, because I say I'm still in the very early days of 2000 AD, and there could potentially be spoilers for the storylines. So, but I wanted to have this in case if it goes out of print, it becomes expensive to get. So, but I just got this sort of Amazon, maybe I can't remember how much did I pay for it. It was either £10 or £20 or something. But this is something to watch potentially years down the line. But it means I won't be paying £100 for it. Okay, so. And this arrived today, which might be what prompted me to actually now record it. So I've already taken it out, but okay, get the bubble wrap off. Okay, and it is the collector's edition of Bubblegum Crisis. So this is an anime, and I heard about this a long, over 20 years ago or 20 years ago. I heard of the title Bubblegum Crisis. I was like, what the hell? No. But people have been saying how this is such a classic, kind of sci-fi kind of anime, and I was like, okay, yep, I'll do this. So this is the Mega Tokyo 2032 Perfect Collection, a story of the Night Savers. And this is from allmyanime.com or something. They've got 2 editions. I got the collector's edition, which also includes a 50-page art book. And also includes the Blu-ray itself. So I still haven't watched any of the Blu-rays I've shown on previous pickups, but it's one of those things that, they go out of print and then they become a lot more expensive to try and get. So this is something for me to watch, in the future. So yay, Bubblegum Crisis. And just wish they gave it maybe a better name and I would have watched it years ago, but hey. Okay. Alright. Okay. Next. So, yes, posted in a Tesco bag. We'll see about where to begin with this, so get my trusty tools out. Because, again, this was posted to me well before Christmas, and I've been waiting to do this video. Okay, wait. Oop. Gotta be careful, don't want to damage what's inside. Right. Okay, right. And it is not a piece of cardboard, but the very first issue of Sonic the Comic. Issue number 1. Like, I've read like scans online, but I've never actually had the very first issue. I saw it, quite cheap on eBay, and I thought I've got to get this. So, but yeah, look at that. Win a mega CD. Oh, so cool spot. I'll try to see if I can show off. But bear in mind, being the first issue, this was before like they refound the like they wanted the kind of like tone of the comic to be. But we do also get like the Sega Superstars. So like U-Zone. Golden Axe. So yeah. Cool. It's just something I just wanted to have in the collection because yeah. So here we go. Sharper than a cyber razor cut. It's Sonic the Comic. Number 1, 29th of May 1993, every fortnight, the UK's official Sega comic, starring the world's most famous blue hedgehog and the Sega Superstars: Shinobi, Action with the Master Ninja, Golden Axe, Might and Magic and Savage World, and more. All new, all action stories inside, plus the mega news, reviews, and tips zone. So, cool. I'm glad I finally have that. Okay, moving on. Okay, so next we have a bunch of various CEX pickups. So first of all, we have for the GameCube, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Got that for a £5. No manual though. So the game of the third book. So as of recording, me and my son, my eldest son, are playing through the Philosopher's Stone, which was a previous pickup, maybe on the last pickup video. And so he's been enjoying that. I already owned the Chamber of Secrets. I've had that since it was released, but I decided to pick this up for the next game of the series. So because it's a £5, I thought why not. So still haven't tried it yet. Right, next, a game I picked up because it seems like if you are a tuber and you are a Wii, apparently it's a requirement to own this game, and that is Ghost Squad, and got it for £2. So aim, shoot, duck, reload. Join the elite Ghost Squad as they tackle terrorist threats around the world. The light gun arcade hit comes to the Wii. With up to 4 players at once on screen, blast your way through to rescue the hostages in co-op mode or go head-to-head in all-new training mode. Prove your sharpshooting skills by uploading your score to the worldwide and regional ranking systems. So, for that one is CIB. So, yes, I haven't tried this yet, but, everyone's picked it up at one point or another. Then, next, this was for the Club 52, when it was Sean's choice, and it was Killzone 2 for £1. So, I mean, like, getting this on release, would have been CX in Windsor, because I was out having, so we went to go and see Windsor Castle with the kids and the grandparents, and like complete in box. So I popped, while we were having lunch, I quickly popped around the corner to CEX and picked it up because I saw it was in stock there, because there was none in my local one. I prefer not to have got Platinum Edition, whether I got the original, but the case was absolutely minging. Like, no, I wasn't going to do that. So, yeah, that's cool. So, face the fury of Helgarm. Conflict rages all around. Enemies attack from all sides. Violent electrical storms fill the toxic sky, and hurricane winds batter the land. And the magnitude of what lies ahead becomes clear. This is more than a battle against a fierce adversary. Brace yourself for a level of hostility no soldier has experienced before. Welcome to the brutal home world of the Helghast. So, I've already talked about the game when I did, the completion last year, and also when we did the Club 52 episode last year. So, yeah, Killzone 2. Then, Very more recent pickups. Got both of these at the same time, and before recording this, I recorded for my completion, and that is Red Dead Revolver on the OG Xbox. Sadly, not a green case, so this, and also not CIB. This was off of the internet, and Jesus, like this and the other one, like the cases were again not in good condition. I had to clean them up. So, yeah. Red Dead Revolver, the open frontier of the West. Vast, rugged, and lawless, as a young man, you were helpless to prevent the slaughter of your family at the hands of bandits. Many years later, you live as a bounty hunter, bringing criminals to justice, while struggling to unravel the mystery of your past. You must find those who murdered your family, then you will take your revenge. So, yep, so this game I picked up because as part of the Xbox kind of like chat videos I started doing with Hayden, we're going to have on like now guests like for other people who's done Xboxes for. So, and this was Steve's, aka Retro Red Steve's pick. So, got that for a $5, I think. Then next, I saw this being talked about on Reddit and decided to pick it up. And it is Vex. So, one I've never played before, and then I think I may have heard of. But, yeah, this case was also disgusting. And I got it at the same time. Hen is... sorry, I'm not sure what the heck, like, that symbol is meant to mean, but... His world overthrown, his world overthrown, his people enslaved, his family murdered. There seems to be a theme here with these games. Astara's slave-turned-savior has one thing on his mind: revenge. Armed with the Astani war talons and anger born from vengeance, Vex will stop at nothing to overthrow the evil dark Yabu and bring peace back to his world. Climb cliffs, explore ruins, scale mountains, and swim to great depths. Bash raid demons by defeating them in mini-games. An epic adventure spanning awe-inspiring worlds. Extensive combat systems let you wreak havoc and unleash devastating combos. So, yeah, I mean, I've got a thing for, like, this generation platformers, which is why I also, like, picked up Whiplash previously, and that was also... it was meant to be the next Xbox chat we did with Hayden, but he started playing Red Dead Revolver, and so that's going to be the next one, then Whiplash. So, yeah, thanks. Now, next. This is a game that was never actually released in PAL. It only got released in America. But I kind of, like, love, like, the overarching kind of game system. Because originally tabletop RPG, and that is Shadowrun. So, this isn't just... Oh, the corner's been damaged. Sorry, so this... slip into the shadows for the ultimate adventure. The year is 2050, and the megacorps rule by the power of information. Everyone is on file in the global mainframe. Everyone but you and a handful of invisible outlaws called Shadowrunners. Move through the grim and magical realities of futuristic Seattle and uncover a diabolical plot that could destroy the world. Team up with spell-casting mages, wire-headed deckers, or mythic orcs and trolls of the distant past. Take on a variety of Shadowruns, including cleaning up the streets, jacking into the Matrix for a big-time cyber heist, or pull off a risky corporate extraction. Stalk the cities in real-time combat and glide through the virtual battlefield of the Matrix, where an encounter with Black Ice may be your last. So people may have seen me show this off before because I include this on my 10 pledge games for 2026. And I definitely had that bit there then, so while it's being set on the side waiting to actually be shown for the pickups, it must have like got damaged, which is a pity. But yeah, so this is a... I mean, it never got released here, so it's obviously not an official game. But this is a... like, I don't really call it a Bunday edition, but... So, like I say, the original game was released in America only. Then there was also a fan hack, which addressed a bunch of issues with the game. Then I took that and then increased the starting money, and also I think starting ammo or something, just to make the intro a bit easier. But also, if you just try to use the game as is, you can run it on the emulator, but if you try to run on real hardware, it will have what's called a checksum error. So I fixed that, and then I sent this to Fred, who makes some repros. He lives over in France. Hi, Fred, if you're watching. And yeah, he made this for me. He doesn't do manual, so I ordered that from Etsy, and got it posted to him because it was from Italy, funnily enough. He put it all together and sent it over to me. So, I haven't played this yet, but like I say, this is on my pledge games for 2026, so looking forward to this. And hopefully that is all my pickups for the time being. We'll see what else there may be in the future. I mean, yes, okay, there have been other things, like I had like the Bundy box, but I did a complete separate episode of that. There was the Mega Drive book from Martin. There was an episode for that. There was the stuff from the Secret Santa. There was a stream for that. So I'm not gonna show off again. So, but for now, all take care, and I'll see you next time.